All right, welcome guys again to the Money on Steroids podcast. Today is a special episode. We're shooting this while the cryptos are running. This is the bull run period, and we wanted to have a debate between myself and Taki to talk about the opportunities, what's happening, what we think will be the future of crypto, and what will be our moves as well. Hey, Taki.
Hey, how are you?
Good, man.
Good. So do you invest in crypto?
I do. I'm a risk taker, you know me.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer in crypto, in the potential of crypto and the use of crypto. So crypto is not just to make money. There's also a general use for them in the market and in our life anyway. How about you?
Yes, I do invest in crypto, but I'm not like the long run holder. I just like the moves, because I tend to not understand what's the worth of one Bitcoin, you know? For example, for me to know what something is worth, I need to see, okay, how much money it does per year. I need to see for example, if you wanna give the value for a stock, it's easy. You see, okay, like what's the company is doing per year, gross sales, is it profitable? No. Yeah. For crypto, I don't know. It's just an asset. People believe in it and buy it. But if you tell someone, okay, like what's your target for crypto, everyone will give you different targets. Some people are aiming like for $1 million per Bitcoin. Some people are aiming for 100K like me. So what's the worth of this? So that's why I tended to be doubtful for a lot of years about the hype, about how real this is. But now, like without doubt, people are believing in it. The money is only the belief of people that it has value. So today, if you have like $1 in your pocket, the only reason why it has value, because if you go down the street and you buy something, someone is going to accept it. And it's the same thing for crypto. So this year, I fundamentally changed my view of seeing crypto. But I don't know what's its value. So that's why I don't see myself like holding it forever. But for nice moves like we have right now, of course, like I tend to hold some good gems, and we will see what will happen.
Yeah. So the value of Bitcoin is determined by the people who buy it and who believe it's going to go up to probably, I've even heard, $12-13 million by 2034.
Based on what?
Yeah, I know. Like there's projections. Everyone has his own opinion. There's models that are developed to try to predict, but like you cannot predict the future.
Yeah, like we develop models. Like I don't see any models that can predict what something like this will be worth. It's really, really difficult. So it's based on the hype, based on the demand and offer, but to be able to see what can happen in the next 10 years, it's a little bit hard.
So crypto gives you, confidence that your money belongs to you and you can track it. You can, keep it safe from the banks, from governments, from people who try to steal your money. But if you compare it, let's say, to any fiat currency like the US dollars, what's the value of the US dollar if they can start printing, millions and billions tomorrow, right? So basically they can reduce the value of whatever you have in your bank account just by pressing a button to print more paper, right? Bitcoin doesn't have that. Bitcoin is limited. There's 21 million Bitcoins that can be minted, and that's it. Over that will never happen. Now, we can talk about the risks of, quantum computing that can probably break the blockchains one day. But in my opinion, for now, at least, it's still like a very safe investment. Like my kids invest in Bitcoin.
Safe. Okay.
I think so. I think so on the long run. Obviously, you have the cycles, every 4 years, you're going to see your value going down by like 85%, 90%. You know, drawdown is quite huge in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Like, so we're talking about Bitcoin, but there's also other cryptos. So Ethereum, for example, Ethereum has an environment. You can build so many things around Ethereum. So what do you know about that?
Yeah, so as I said, like I was never a firm believer of crypto, like from the beginning. Like I won't say now that it's flying that, yeah, I saw this move. No, like last year when it was like at 15K, I didn't see that move happening because I didn't see the cycles. Now that we know that there is cycles, we can predict better. So what I do now is I just check what happened in the last cycle once Bitcoin really flew.
Yeah.
And I will just start to do as usual. Like as usual, what I see is trends, things happening again and again. And I feel better about my decisions when I have a logical explanation behind them. So Ethereum, for example, I know that Ethereum is going to fly in the next few weeks. And again, not financial advice. I don't see the future, but I think it's going to go up because each time Bitcoin took, let's say like 100% gain, because it was ranging in the mid 50s and the mid 60s for maybe 3 months. 3 months, it didn't do anything. And after that, it broke the 69. It went to 70, 73. Then after that, it went down to 55. And then it went up to 100K. So like it didn't touch the 100K now, but it's still like 99.5 something. So what I think will happen is a lot of people will say, like each cycle, like I studied this, like the humans behind those decisions are the same. So I think it will happen again. A lot of people will just hear about Bitcoin while doing their grocery or calling a friend, hey, by the way, did you see crypto? It's amazing. It's like doing 100% gains. And after that, the human greed is going to come. Mm-hmm. And those people will just read the chart and they will see like Bitcoin like going up like crazy. And they will say, I missed this.
Yeah.
But there's like 10,000 other cryptos that didn't fly yet because the cycle is Bitcoin flies. Then it like this cycle, Ripple is flying.
Yeah.
And even Elon Musk said that he's gonna buy like 1.5 billion worth of Ripple, and it flew even higher. So Ethereum right now didn't fly. Like he is still like in a range.
Yeah.
And people will say, okay, what's the second higher market cap? It's Ethereum.
Yeah.
So they will start buying Ethereum. And when they buy Ethereum, there is a lot of cryptos that are Ethereum related because they are built on the blockchain of Ethereum. And that's why we call it the altcoin season. The altcoin season starts after the Bitcoin season. So now Bitcoin is at a 62% dominance. Yeah.
So could you explain this for those who don't understand?
So 62% dominance is all the crypto market, like every crypto in the world. If we take their market cap, Bitcoin is taking 62% of all the market caps of all cryptos around the world. So when this happened, that means that there is a lot of concentration in one crypto, which is Bitcoin. What will happen? A lot of people will take their profit on Bitcoin. Like they did 4 times their profit, 5 times their profit, and they want to win again. So what they will say, okay, like Bitcoin, I already did good money on it, so I'm going to cash out a little bit and I will put it on Ethereum because they know that this season is coming. And I think this is what will going to happen in the next, like today we are the 30th of November, like the 1st of December. Anyway, So I think in the first quarter of 2025, this is what we will see. It's already starting. I gave some coins 2 weeks ago, and it's already like doing 100% return like in 2 weeks. So this is my analysis, and this is how I see crypto. It's like you capitalize on the human greed, you go out, it goes down, you restart it again. Like this is a strategy that I will be taking more like for the longer run, starting from the next bear market.
Yeah. So do you think Bitcoin has already hit a ceiling now?
Yeah.
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 So you don't see it going over 100K?
No.
Okay. Interesting.
No.
Okay.
Not this cycle.
Yeah.
Maybe in another cycle it will go, I don't know. But I think that now there is a psychological ceiling that it's coming like 100K. You know, like 100K is like a lot compared to 15K like just 18 months ago.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen the, like, I looked at the cycles. I looked at the price. Obviously, there's a lot of resistance when you have a round number. You know, when Bitcoin hit $1 and then $100 and then $1,000 and then $10,000, every time it's the same story. $50,000 was also a big ceiling.
Yeah.
So when it breaks, it goes up, and then after that, it starts going down for, let's say, 2 years.
Yeah.
You know, 2 years later, you are in the bear market already. You hit the bottom. That's when I'm thinking about buying myself in 2 years. And so now this is the altcoin season.
Yeah.
So what do you see as an opportunity in altcoin? Again, it's not a financial advice, but I just wanna get your opinion on this.
Personally, I'm just trying to find some cryptos that have like real projects behind. There is a lot of sectors that I see that can be tokenized, gaming,
Right.
AI. For example, ChatGPT owner Sam Altman launched a crypto
WLD.
called World Coin. And they have a project at some point, because now we are in the AI evolution.
Yeah.
We are at the thinkers step. So now like we have AIs that think. Like that's the model 1.0.
Yeah.
After the 1.0, like I think next year or maybe like in 8 months, we will have agents. Like agents are AIs that you will send them to do small tasks. For example, you can tell your AI to go to YouTube and type something and check what are the trends on that keyword, and to prepare you an Excel file that like it's like,
oh wow,
yeah, like that's coming. So those are agents. Agents can be people working in call centers doing minimal tasks, like, hey, I wanna edit my reservation. Like, okay, what's your reservation name?
Oh yeah, that's already present. You know, our CRM, we can name it High Level, for example. They have their AI agent that can take calls.
Yeah, but it's just answering. It's not doing tasks while the guy is talking to him. Like, it's not like, hey, I want to change my reservation. For now, it won't change the reservation. It will just say, okay, like, cool.
So it's pre-programmed to answer some questions, but it has limitations. Like it can't do any actions.
You can have a discussion with the AI, but it doesn't do anything. Like you can just tell him like, modify my reservation. My reservation number is 123. I want to come in July instead of August. Like it can't do it, like for now.
Okay.
So what will come is agents. Agents are like, they understand what you say, and after that they will perform tasks while you're talking to them. So that's the next step.
So what's the link between crypto and this?
So at some point we will have troubles knowing who is a real human performing a task or doing something on the internet, and who is an AI. So that crypto is to give like codes to humans.
Yeah.
So as a human, you will need a WLD at some point to prove that you are a human on the internet.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, like that's their project.
isn't it the same principle as an NFT? Because NFTs are basically like a digital like identification.
Yeah, like they will identify humans based on like their iris and their eyes, and they will like they will give you a human identity on the internet, and that will prove like that will be your passport to prove that you're not a robot. Yeah. So this is coming, and like when I saw this project, I was like, okay, like people are not seeing this now, but in the future that will be a problem. And if those guys, they have like the biggest AI today, which is ChatGPT, are working on this project, and today the market cap is like, when I bought, the market cap was like 200 billion. Only 200 million. Like a meme coin you sent me is worth the 200 million.
Yeah.
And this is like a real project with real funds, with real people behind that are working on this project. So I like this project, and I was like, oh, you know what? Let's take a risk on this one. So I bought it like at $2. Before the podcast, it was already like at 3.6 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So like that's like 80% return in 2 weeks.
Wow.
So this is what I'm seeing right now in the crypto world. Like I'm not gonna like buy and hold Bitcoin. Like I don't see this happening now. I just see
altcoins.
Altcoins.
Booming.
Yeah, like you find some cryptos that are not because you have also a ceiling. Like Bitcoin right now is $1.2 trillion crypto. It's worth more than the Canadian dollar.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you saw this, but yesterday, like the Canadian dollar was worth less than Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So to double the value of Bitcoin, you need another $1.2 trillion.
Mm-hmm.
That's not happening overnight.
Yeah, but you have, BlackRock buying Bitcoin. You have MicroStrategy investing in Bitcoin.
Yes.
They just bought like $40 billion.
But there is
at
a
the
limited
peak of the market.
But there is a limited amount of money in the world circulating, because what you see is when they buy, but you don't see when they sell, because those people report their positions once in 3 months.
Yeah.
So maybe they already sold, and you think that they bought. Like doesn't mean anything. Like because I don't want to go like to portfolio copying and like people following Nancy Pelosi's. Like I find this stupid a little bit, but if you just take maths, like simple maths, you need all the amount of all the Canadian dollars circulating in the world, like, and Canada is not like a rookie country or like a small country like in the Caribbean, like it's like a G7 country. So you need like all the Canadian dollars circulating with all the mines we have, the gold, the uranium, the oil, everything, like all that amount of money, you need it to be injected in Bitcoin in order for it to double. So what are the odds that this is going to happen? If you go to a project like World, for example, like WorldCoin, $200 million market cap. What's the probability that this coin will go to 10 billion? There's a probability for it to go to 10 billion. If it goes from 200 million to 1 billion, you already did 5.
Yeah.
5x.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the upside, the more a crypto is mature, the less you're going to make in returns. I mean, that makes sense. To me, how I see it for Bitcoin, you either average down, you invest every day if you don't know what you're doing, and that's fine. Or you wait for the bottom. I mean, now we can predict, give or take, when it will happen, but there's so many things happening in the meantime, like the ETFs that have been launched. So that's bringing the value of Bitcoin up, because every single ETF needs to be backed with physical Bitcoin. So that's definitely increasing the value. For me as well, we have the TFSA account in Canada, like the tax-free account. It makes more sense for someone to buy an ETF, Bitcoin ETF, or any, Ethereum. You can buy the Ethereum ETF and the Solana ETF. I'm not sure if it's out or if it's in the works. Okay. But all these are backed with real crypto. And then you have them tax-free. So imagine your $5,000 or $6,000 that you can inject every year in that account. You put them there. And then in 10 years, Like kids, for example, my kids, your kids, I think it's way more beneficial for them when they start investing to go that route because they have the time, they can take the risk. I don't see any threat in the next probably 10 years on crypto. And they can put, 50, 70% of their portfolio in that instead of going the traditional route, buying the S&P 500 ETF, making 5-7%. So to me, investing in Bitcoin is like a medium risk kind of investment versus, investing in altcoins where...
But 85% drawdown is not medium risk.
Yeah,
investment.
but there are cycles. I'm not talking about the drawdown. Like, obviously, if you're in your 50s and you need that money in a year, don't go to Bitcoin.
Yeah, it's just like for me, if I check, like you judge the risk of an investment by the drawdown you're taking, like basically the historical drawdown. Bitcoin went from 68 to 15. Like that's a big drop because people, when they enter, it's like those people bring back their money and they did 30%, but they went through 85% drawdown.
Yeah, psychologically it's hard.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like if you buy like $10,000 and you're good, like even $10,000. Imagine you have $10,000 and you go to like 1,500.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people will sell in the process.
Right.
So averaging the cost, I think it's a good strategy. Don't like just buy at the top and hope. Like it's difficult to do that. When you compare it to SP 500, for example, you can buy at any time because the drops are not amazing. Like even the market crashes 15%.
Yeah, it's not a huge drop.
Exactly.
Except probably COVID, but that was like exceptional.
But that was a V. It went down and it went up
3 months later.
Exactly.
It was back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't really see the same strategy happening on Bitcoin, because if you're just entering in the wrong moment out of greed, you can be hurt. You can be hurt very, very bad.
Right.
So I see Bitcoin as like you try to buy low and sell high. I don't see this like, again, that's my opinion. Like it's not something.
Yeah.
Like I don't see it something living forever in your portfolio. I don't know why. Maybe I'm not going to be popular saying this, but for me, you enter when you know that you had like a major drawdown, and you capitalize on those gains. Exactly like this last cycle. The cycle before, it was the same thing. Right. It went to 20, it was the $19,000. It went down to like 5K or something. And then it exploded to 68. Like from...
Yeah. But I mean, the last cycle was a little bit weird because we had like COVID happening at that time, in 2020.
Yeah.
So the cycle was pushed a little bit.
Yeah.
When was the peak again? It was
November 2021. Yeah.
Yeah.
November 2021.
So we just pushed it by a year probably. Now, I do think you're right. I think you're totally right. Like you have to ride the wave. If you know what you're doing, obviously, if you have the time. Some people will be like, you know what? I don't care. I just want to take the upside. I don't want to, manage the complexity of like buying Bitcoin and then transferring into a stable coin and then buying Ethereum and then another altcoin and then selling everything. How I see it is basically like when it hits the bottom, put your money in Bitcoin. Like it's going to go up, obviously. When it hits the ceiling, like right now, move it to another altcoin, but a strong project. Yeah. Like maybe put 90% of that money in a strong project and play with 10%. Like take that 10%, take some risks, invest in some other altcoins that are backed with projects, and also meme coins. I love meme coins. I'm a risk taker.
I don't like them. I lost 50% on your call.
Yeah, no, it's gonna go up. Like we can talk about that.
Like meme coins, you put the money you don't care about. Like you don't,
Right.
you don't want to be rich with meme coins. Of course, you just ride the wave. But the money can be made on those small caps, like truly. Like on small caps, you can. I have a friend of mine. When no one believed in crypto, like no one, like I was sending him screenshots. What's happening with your world? Like I was like laughing at him. I was like, me, I don't care. It goes up, it goes down. I like trading. Like if it goes down, I short. If it goes up, I long. Robots are more predictable because, you know, like you have your back test. You see like what can happen at the worst case. You see those bad months, those bad quarters. Like it's predictable, and I'm a little bit like that. Like I like to predict what can happen, and I like to back my thoughts with numbers. So when I go and I lose, I know why I lost. Okay, something didn't work out in this. And he was like, "You'll see." I'm like, you'll see. Like now we are in the bear market. It's time to load your bag with cryptos. And I was like, "Yeah, good luck." And when like they were like in a community together, like they were analyzing crypto, etc. And when the Bitcoin touched 15K, they started accumulating those small caps. Yeah, like they started.
We're not talking meme coins. We're
No,
talking
not meme
smaller
coins.
projects,
Small caps.
no rug pulls or whatever.
Exactly. Like small caps with projects behind. Something that seems legit. Let's say, for example, a game is launching a crypto, and that game is really popular. You can see that people will buy because like they will pay with tokens in the game. For example, that's for example a project called Mavia.
Yeah.
Today it took 100%.
Mavia.
Yeah, Mavia coin. So Mavia, they are associated with like a gaming company.
Okay.
And that gaming company, you know, like today there's a lot of people like playing, I don't know, like Sims. You know, I don't know if you know that game.
Yeah,
Like Sims. Yeah. Like you live somewhere and you find a wife and you rent an apartment. And what those games do, like they will limit your growth potential. So you pay in order to get like quicker rewards, you know, in the game. And how you buy those games? You buy them with crypto. So like they tokenized the game, and people are in it. Like just look into TikTok, for example. Like people are doing lives in TikTok and doing like 60K a month, doing weird things, like saying weird words in front of the camera. Like it's really amazing what's happening. And those cryptos like have good potential because there is a real project behind them. So it can work, it can not work. But if you put $2,000 on a crypto like that and you wait enough, it can do like 50x, 20x. So my friend had a portfolio of $30,000, and that $30,000 like was 400K, 350K at some point. It went down by maybe 60% because we had like a peak a couple of months ago, like in April 2024, and it went down 60%, and now it's coming up. So even when you are in a good project, what people will do is as soon as they double their money, they're out because they are greedy, right? Like they don't want to take a lot of risk. They don't want to lose the money. Like we have a psychology course on Skool, like on like when the position is go on your side. So you need to be very disciplined to make that kind of money, and you need to have targets in head. For example, me, I have a target for WorldCoin. Like I'm not selling if I'm not getting to that target.
Right.
That's it. And this is how you are able to capitalize on those nice moves, and you're not just taking 50% gains and missing on that exponential growth that you can have. So that's the way I see crypto today. You ride the wave while everyone is talking about it. when everyone is very greedy, you go and you see like the greed and fear. I don't know, like the measurement. Like it's a website. Like it tells you, like on the crypto market, like are people very greedy, very fearful? When you see that people are becoming very greedy, that's the time to sell.
Be fearful.
That's the time to sell.
Right.
It's always the same thing. It's always happening like that.
Okay. So let's talk about some of the cryptos you think will have a great potential. And again, this is not a financial advice. We're just talking about what we think, what we are invested in, and what we are playing with, or I am playing with because he doesn't play. So if we're talking about mainstream, the large ones, which ones do you think are still worth keeping? Like you got the Bitcoin, you got Ethereum, you got Solana. And
I don't see Solana going up.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know. I just look at the charts and it looks like BNB, you know, like BNB is always in a range. It's nothing is happening there. I don't see people like waking up in the morning and saying, "Oh, Solana." Like I don't see this happening, because in order for something to double, quadruple, etc., like I'm not looking to do 20% gains in crypto because I know that they can have 70% drawdowns. You know, like it's not the same game as the robots or like trading, etc. Like when you're in a crypto, you put money that you don't care losing, and you're mentally ready to lose 70% of it, 80% of it. So you buy. Like you don't play with leverage in crypto.
Oh yeah. Oh
you
man.
don't play with leverage.
That's
you buy spot and you wait. You be patient, you have your targets, and don't look at it. Like just keep it. So Solana, I don't see it going up.
I have another opinion.
Okay.
I think Solana has a great potential. First, it's a very fast network.
I know.
The fees are extremely low. Like if you compare it to Ethereum, it's day and night. I tend not to use the Ethereum network, especially when the gas fees are, super high.
Yeah.
If you want to transfer to your wallet or whatever, you're going to be paying fees. It's like the IRS or CRA coming after you and taking some of your profits. So I think Solana has a great potential, especially, you have so many meme coins being built on that. I see the community coins, and we can talk about that, like the one I am invested in, it's a meme coin, but it's a community coin. There's basically no value behind it, but the value is in the community. And we know we are in the era of the community, like people getting together. We've seen this happening with GameStop and
AMC.
GMC, and AMC before. And this is again happening in the crypto world when you have teams, like very strong teams, back in their crypto and just trying to make everyone rich. Because at the end of the day, what people are looking for is a game changer. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm looking for. The purple Pepe that I invested in, I think it has a great potential. Now it could go to whatever, like I can lose all my money, but I'm fine with that because the upside is like incredible.
Limited, yeah.
If we hit, just a 1 billion market cap, I think now we're around like 100 million. It's going up and down. But if Chris does a good job, Chris is the owner. He gave the coin back to the community. If he achieves what he's planning to do, hitting a 1 billion market cap could be easy. So you're getting into a 10x. And then if it hits the market cap of Pepe, like the OG Pepe that was built on Ethereum, that one is around 8 billion market cap. So think about it. We're talking about 80 times your money. Now, obviously, you need the liquidity. You need new people coming in, believing in the project. But I see those projects, for ordinary people, like people who don't have like a lot of money to invest and leverage it through, buying Bitcoin when Bitcoin hits the ceiling, buying the altcoins. Some people only have $100 and others, they can only afford $1,000. And projects like this when they're not rug pulls, obviously, can transform your life. Like I've seen people just showing what they did. Someone just, paid off his truck of 110 grand. Someone, some people had a surgery, so they made like life-changing money. I love these stories. Obviously, not everyone will win. There's going to be losers. But if you look at Shiba, for example, I was in Shiba when Shiba was low, and then I stopped believing in the project. And I think I had like $3,000 invested in it. And then I think I made like $1,000 profit. I was like, okay, like F this project, I'm out. So I sold. And I think it was on Coinbase. So when you sell a crypto, or at that time, like I'm not sure if it was Coinbase or whatever, but you can see the crypto that you held, and you can see how much you had, and you can see how much it is worth. Man, that was killing me. Like you went from 4,000, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 35,000, 50,000. I'm like, holy crap. Like I lost all that potential. Like I could have made, 20x just by holding.
Yeah.
So since that, I'm like, I'm going to take risks and I don't care. Like if I put $10,000 and it's gone, I took the risk. And that's just me. But I definitely see a lot of potential in some meme coins. Dogecoin made a lot of billionaires. No, sorry, not Doge, billionaires.
Yeah, I think
millionaires.
Doge will go up. I think Doge will go up with the new agency in the States built by Trump and Elon Musk. Mm-hmm. I think that when Trump will enter office, we will be talking a lot about that agency, and it will be like Dodge everywhere, and a lot of people just buy because of that.
Well, can you explain like the agency and everything?
So they Trump built a new agency with Elon Musk called Department of what? What's the G for?
I forgot. But yeah, it was the Dodge department basically.
Yeah. So basically the Dodge department is just a department to kill the old legacy bureaucrats in Washington. Mm-hmm. So Trump is saying, what's the point of having a president every 4 years if he's blocked and his politics are not applied because you have like old bureaucrats that have a lot of power, and they waste so much money of the United States money. So they built this agency with Elon Musk, and Elon Musk will run this agency. And the goal is like to run the state like a business. Like if you're not doing anything, if you're not just a bureaucrat being here like for 20 years, paid like very good money, they cut you off, like you're gone. So I think that we will have a lot of controversy around this new instrument in the States. And I think that people will just see Dodge in the news everywhere. And Elon Musk will just say, okay, Dodge will win. And like even the logo of this department is a dog.
Oh, really?
It's like the Dogecoin like meme logo. And I think that at some point people will just like it so much because they will just be all around the news that people will just buy Dogecoin because they will think that there is a relationship between the Doge and this thing. So me personally, I threw a couple of boxes there, and it's already like paid off because Doge flew since like 3-4 weeks. So that's how I see it for now. Like I don't see this as a very serious word when you like you need like to be checking like in, for example, stocks. Okay, like how much Tesla did sell, how much like okay, like Ford is not going well because they're running out of liquidity, and like it's not really something that you can quantify like this. You just quantify the hype, you quantify the human greed, you quantify the market caps and the historical moves, because there is seasonality like in everything. And this is like our seasonality tool right now is telling us that this bull run will be until March 2025. Like that's what the seasonality tool indicator right now is telling us. So me, I'm not there after like February, like mid-February, March.
You're out.
I'm out. I'm out. I just put my targets and I'm out. I take my money and when it's going down again, let's restart it.
So it's interesting what you were saying. It's like the crypto is like the influencers industry where it. Sorry for saying this. I am an influencer myself. I do like videos, but what you're saying is basically it's selling like thin air. That's it. And you have people coming in, making money out of that. But there's no value. Like when you have a stock, you know, you have to look into the PE ratio. You have to look into...
You're selling something, like people are employed. There is a headquarter. Like there is some... like if you look, for example, to the projections, like how much we think that we are selling in the next quarter, like you will see that we are close. You know, like we can predict how many cars Tesla is going to sell. Like we can predict that BYD are going to be big because they have like low costs, good quality, and they still do nice cars. And you know, like you can predict what can happen. You can see trends because that's the real world. For you to make money in crypto, you need someone else to give you money because you're just selling that exact same token that it's based on nothing to someone else.
Sounds like the US dollar.
Yeah. Like, and since that person believes that it's a good deal, it's a null-sum game. Like, you don't win if
someone doesn't lose.
Exactly. Like if the other person in front of you is ready to pay you, like for example, if you take the WorldCoin, $2. 2.1. That was the price 2 weeks ago. Now it's like 3.6. So basically I can sell now for 3.6, but someone needs to buy from me. I can't just sell alone, you know, like in order to put it into USD or USDT, I need someone else in the other side to buy this crypto from me. So you don't want to be buying with that vague, like that's exactly how I see it. I don't see it as something very fancy with like this thing can be worth like 13 million. You know, like it's hard. It's hard to go it's hard to bring the market cap 10 times what's worth right now because we have a limited amount of money on this earth. Like it's not unlimited. Yes, they can print, you know. But with what's happening right now, I don't see them printing a lot of money because of the inflation, because of the interest rates that are already up. So I'm not seeing governments printing money now.
So are you like those who believe that crypto is just a Ponzi scheme?
No, I don't think it's a Ponzi scheme because everything else would be a Ponzi scheme then. Like even the stock market, you don't make money if there is no one in front of you willing to buy the stock. Yeah,
but it's backed with something tangible, which is a share in a company.
Yeah, but what's a share in a company? Like, will you go like with your 10 Tesla shares and knock the door? Hey, like I'm a shareholder here. Can you please open the door for me? Like no one cares about you.
No.
Like it's like the share is just an intangible asset that we made you believe that you own something from this company. I'm not talking about the people owning 10%, 20% of Tesla. Like I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about 99% of the people. 99% of the people, they own this. They hope it's going up at some point. So if crypto is a scheme, everything else is a scheme. The stock market is a scheme. The money is a scheme. Like everything else is a scheme, right? Like when you buy an apartment, like why it was worth like 200K 3 years ago and now it's 600K. It's just market, like offer demand. People are willing to buy something for that price. So I think that crypto is maturing. It's not like 2009 anymore. We are almost 15 years later. So it's maturing. A lot of people are using it to purchase. Like you can send me money with crypto. You can buy something with crypto. So I don't see it as a Ponzi scheme.
Mm-hmm. So let's go back to potential great projects. So we had
World.
WorldCoin. Yeah. So you are bullish on WorldCoin.
Well, yeah. Like me, I'm holding like for a long term.
So you're not out in February for that coin?
Depends. Like if, for example, I see that my target for this cycle is there, I'm gonna sell.
So what do you mean by what is your target and how you define it?
So my target is based on market cap.
Okay.
So right now, $200 million market cap. I evaluate this project easily at 10 billion.
Okay.
So if the coin is worth, let's say $60, I'm out.
Oh, that's a big jump. So you're talking 30 times what you invested.
30 times,
Yeah. Okay. So, well, good luck, man. Yeah.
Thank you.
I wish you hit that.
Yeah. If I don't hit it, I'm not selling because I know that this project has good potential to continue. And with the agents coming in 8 months, with everything that will happen, I think that, and also the credibility, because everything is based on the credibility in crypto. Like if you are a big company launching a coin, people will trust it more if you are just a guy in your basement launching a coin. Mm-hmm. So the credibility of Sam Altman is just not to be made anymore. Like this guy invented the first AI model that made the world discover what's AI in the first place. So like there is real people behind this project. It's not just something in the air or something. That's why I believe in it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Any other altcoins? Any other meme coins?
No meme coins. So another project is Naka.
Okay. What's the ticker on Naka?
What's the trigger?
No, ticker.
Ticker is NAAKA. It's really how you pronounce it, Naka. So this is a good project too. It went from $8 the last bull cycle to like now it's like 1.8.
Okay.
So I see it going up too.
What's the utility of Naka?
It's in the gaming industry, I think.
Okay, so Naka, and then any other ones?
There's one called CISX. That's exactly that's exactly the same thing. Like a nice project backed by.
I need to pull my phone now to look for those because I don't have them on my watch list. So CISX. And I don't see it on Coinbase. Like
that's another thing. Like when a crypto is already on Coinbase and Binance and like those big exchanges, maybe you are a little bit too late.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Right.
Like you need to buy those crypto like on like other exchangers,
like the smaller ones.
Yes, because they all launch there at the first place. Like they don't launch in those big exchanges because they don't have the market cap. Like they're not selected, etc. So the way of buying that is maybe MEXC, like which is a smaller exchange.
Do they accept North American on MEXC? I don't think so.
No.
I think MEXC you need to have another residence or whatever.
Yes, exactly. So you can have like Uniswap. You can have like there's some exchanges when you can buy like early stage cryptos.
Yeah, you have Gate.io that I personally use. BingX.
Okay.
Yeah, there's small exchanges that definitely you can use to buy those small cryptos now. It's great that you know about them, but if someone wants to do the same thing as you, like how can someone find those good projects? Like, is there anything they can follow? Like, how can we do the research?
Yeah, we in the paid Skool community. The paid Skool community. When we see like good projects, we post them there.
Yeah.
So you can follow us there. Also, like how we see it is just by following the news. You need to read. You need to be following what's happening in order to be early and to see good companies launching good projects. And you will be surprised. Sometimes, like you will see Apple like investing in a crypto project. You can
Sure.
see like big players investing in those crypto. And like if you are a guy looking for 10x, 20x returns, and like you have time and you have money that you are willing to lose, because basically that's what you're doing. Like you are at the seed stage in investing. You are not like going to invest in Volkswagen or like those Coca-Cola or something like that. You're investing in something that has a lot of risk to fail.
But also a lot of upside, like we're talking thousands.
Exactly. So yes, you can have 70% drawdowns, 80% drawdowns, but if you keep accumulating at each point of interest, I think you can make very, very good money on crypto.
All right. Thanks for sharing your knowledge. You definitely have more knowledge than me in this. So we're gonna sit after the podcast and we're gonna take notes. But I do have a few. Actually, you know what? Let me pull my phone. I just wanted to give some value here since we are here. Where is my watch list? Oh my God. I look like my dad, I'm lost sometimes. There's 3 that I have on my watch list, and they're all related to AI. There's FET, there's NEAR, the NEAR protocol, and Injective. I think these 2, like for example, FET is up 14% today, like just today. So this is the kind of projects that you probably want to be invested in. But again, guys, like do your due diligence. Don't just don't just go and jump on a small market cap, especially those meme coins, shit coins. Make sure that something has a community behind it. If you are investing in those, I mean, I can understand could be like a life-changing money, but make sure it's not a rug pull, and there's a few things that you have to check. I'm giving this really as an advice because I've seen people losing a lot of money lately, and I'm not happy to see that. I understand the greed. I understand that you want to take risks, but think before doing a move like this. And that's it for me. How about you?
Same message. Don't let your greed control you. When you see like a crypto is already like 400% up, 500% up, probably that's not the right moment to jump in. Not a financial advice, just do your due diligence. And when you invest in those small caps, or even in Bitcoin or Ethereum or something like that, like have a target. If you are invested for life, keep it there for life. Like just don't touch it when it goes down by 50%, because that's where you actually lose. So as soon as you have a strategy that it's backed with some reasoning behind, I think you should be good. Don't just follow your friends that are telling you that.
Are you talking about me?
No. I'm just joking. Yeah. So yeah, like I think that crypto has cycles. You need to understand that. It's not going up forever. You need to know where to say stop and to have a plan before entering into a position. That's my only advice.
Yeah, and take profits along the way. I think it's very important. If you hit at 2 times, 3 times, make sure you take some money or maybe get your initial investment out, so that way you are risk-free. That's usually the greed I need to manage myself. That's my experience.
That's true. Like when you hit your first target, get out your initial investment and you're risk-free.
Yeah.
Like no one goes broke by taking profit.
Absolutely.
Let's finish on that one.
All right. No, I'm going to finish by thanks, Taki.
Thank you.
This was, again, another great podcast here in Montreal, in your city.
Montreal.
And see you soon, guys. This was a very special podcast because we wanted to ride the wave of the crypto bull run. And I just wanted to say, let's go Purple Pepe.
Yes.